Hi, it's Sue with Everyday Artisan again, and I'm here with my January 2026 kind of a what I made, what I wore wrap up. First, I know I've been talking about this robe I've been making forever. I think I bought the pattern back in April and didn't finish it till December. So I'm not gonna make a video of it because I've taken pictures all along. But what I did do is wrote a blog post about it. So I'm gonna link that down below if you want just to read about how I did the different stitchings and design decisions. I'm really thrilled with the way it worked out. And then the next thing I made in January was I adapted the wrap pattern and made a cropped wrap. I know I talked about this in the 2025, my last video, and I showed you pictures of a lot of the inspiration for that, the Barton top that's currently in Alabama Channon's collection and some of her other vests and that sort of thing. But I finished that and have actually worn it already. So very exciting. I'm probably not gonna do any type of blog or video on it. In hindsight, I'd probably still tweak the pattern a little bit, so I haven't quite perfected it. Maybe once I've got it exactly where I want it, I'll share it with you. Then I banged out this top real quick. It's a pewter tank, single layer, plain. It's got the slate thread, and I did it all in the Cretan stitch, a real quick stitch. If you've seen all of my construction videos on the swing skirt, that swing skirt I made is pewter and black, so I wanted something to be able to go with that. And I know if you've listened to my videos before, I've always been preaching, make a little quick, easy, plain pieces to be able to mix and match with your wardrobe, because I just love the organic cotton, so love having pieces that match. This color kind of blends in with my wall back there. And the next thing I'm working on is out of the Alabama, I think it's the Stitch Book, or is it Studio Style? I have it over there. I'm not gonna go get it. I lied, I went and got it. The Alabama Stitch Book, yeah, I was right. And in here, there is the Rose Shawl. And I was watching something recently that talked about color theory. And it talked about, do you want things equidistant on the color wheel, across from each other on the color wheel, next to each other? And the idea was the 3-color equidistant on the color wheel. So that would be, if you're using primary colors, blue, red, and yellow. But I decided to use tan, navy, and burgundy. So I've cut out my pieces and finished one of them. One I've just started. I don't have the chain stitching on or the burgundy rose. This is the rose stencil, just like in the book. And I'm even going to I've got the navy that I'm going to put as a fringe. So I'm kind of going exactly by her pattern. And I'm looking forward to it. I think this will match my rose wrap cardigan. That's natural in navy. I have a couple burgundy pieces. I don't have anything in this tan. That would be good to make a pair of pants out of, I bet. But I have a couple plain navy pieces too. So I think this will get a lot of wear. And I really do like making scarves, because they're really just easy to wear and versatile in a fun way to not have to plan kind of your whole outfit around the Alabama Channon, but just accent an outfit with it. Okay, then the other thing I started doing in 2026 is I am gonna try to wear my makes more often. So on my Instagram, I got stories that if I'm wearing anything Alabama Channon, I'm gonna put a picture of that outfit on my stories on Instagram. I've got one of those little circle highlight things that's called 2026 that it's going to have all the outfits. And so far in January, I've actually worn 8 things, which is pretty incredible when you think about what a cold, crazy month this has been. Yeah, all my wears were at the beginning of the month. I've been socked in, locked in with ice and snow here in Virginia, and in the single-digit temperatures, so haven't worn that much. I can't actually believe I'm in a sleeveless today, but the sun is finally out and reflecting off the snow, so it's pretty bright and warm here in the house. So the first thing I wore, I love doing that layered look thing, is I wore my new ballet fitted dress that I just added the racing stripes to, and I put the Midi skirt in Natural that I had, I don't think I have a video about it. I have a blog post, maybe I'll link that down below. I took a baby doll dress, and instead of making it the baby doll, because of my age, I turned it into a top and a skirt. So this is the skirt from that, plus the dress over top and my ever trusty cropped cardigans. So that was the one outfit. Outfit number 2, I just wore that rose wrapped cardigan and just a plain navy tank, just like this one, except navy underneath that. Outfit number 3 was my faded tank. I really like this tank pattern. I love the flare around the midsection. Don't want anything tight around that midsection. So I wore that's the faded fabric underneath, Magdelena stencil, natural layer on top, black binding on that one, and then the black cropped cardigan. The next wear, I wore out, finally finished making that Twilight wrap and wore that one out. That I'm wearing on top of a Project Alabama shirt that I had bought off eBay. It's kind of the green stitching on it kind of looks good with the Twilight wrap, and then I put the navy cropped cardigan over top of that. It's cold, I need to wear lots of layers. Then, I was going to an art gallery opening, so that was a good excuse to pull out my Indigo Ezra, which I always want to pull out the Indigo Ezra every chance I get. And this time I'm wearing 2 mix actually, because underneath that pink cashmere sweater, I'm wearing my white panel tank, which it still pulls a bit across here, and it doesn't quite line up with the shoulders. If I ever make the panel tank again, I think I'm gonna have to play with that pattern, because I don't think I did everything right. I think there's something wrong. Anyway, it's great under things because it does, show a little something peeking out. And the necklace I was wearing is so cool. It's a vintage necklace I got, and it's got the blue and the pink and not white, but diamondy looking things. Trust me, this is costume jewelry. But it was a really fun outfit to wear. And then, of course, January, cold outside, I made these indigo sleeveless gloves about the same time I was making the jacket, just because I had scrap pieces that would work to make the gloves. And I've never worn them before. I don't know, they're just kind of cool and funky, and I'm not a real cool, funky person, but maybe 2026 is the year of cool and funky, who knows? So I wore those out while I was out doing my errands. Sure, why not? Keep those hands warm. And then lastly, I did wear the skirt, the swing skirt that I made, this to go with just a black turtleneck, perfect winter outfit. Yeah, so I got 8 different outfits in January, which I think is pretty good, considering I've spent the second half of this month holed up in my house because of the ice. But I'm gonna link below all the details to the different things that I wore, and if they have a video or a blog post associated with them, I will link that as well. And hopefully I'll make another video or something once I get this scarf done, and then I need to think of my next project, which is always really exciting. If you've got anything you're working on, I'd love for you to share it with me. And thanks for following along.